Knicks family, welcome back to the Guard Up Knicks podcast / show, whatever it's been recently. What's going on? How y'all been doing, man? What's going on, Dre?
Yo, let's go, RJ Barrett.
Listen.
No, Ricky ain't say nothing yet. Hold up.
I was about to. Go ahead, Rick. Because I was about to say something for Rick. Like, come on.
Oh, happy birthday, Rick. Go ahead, get my bag.
Damn.
My bag.
His birthday.
Yeah, give it up for Rick. Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Rick. Because just turned 27.
Right, 27, man.
27, young 27. Let me stop. But yeah, man. Yesterday we lost to the Brooklyn Nets. That was a.
Can I tell you why that got me mad?
What's up?
Because we looked bad the whole game, and we were still within 4 against the Nets.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, the calls were outrageous.
Nah,
we got to play against the refs.
Every game though. That's nothing new. I can't even get mad at that because it's every game now.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I wasn't too mad at the calls because even though there was some confusion in that very last play, I think it was the right call.
I think it was too.
I mean,
that's why I said he was wilding at the end, acting like that.
Yeah.
Nah, see, this is the issue. I don't think it was the right call only because when you shoot and someone hits the ball on the way up, it's not considered you having possession of the ball, and you can only be in possession of the ball. Huh?
The ref couldn't see that when he called it, but when they looked at it, you could see that he touched it.
Right, but that was the other part. The other part was they didn't even review it.
That's what I was going to ask.
2 minutes,
and they should. It was under 2 minutes.
It was under 2 minutes, and they didn't even review it.
They came back today. The NBA came back and said it was the right call.
Yeah, of course they're gonna say that at that point because it was so blatant. They had to find a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, bro. If you look at that, maybe it was legit, but I don't see how it was legit. He was in the air. He hit the ball out of out of his hands in the air. He caught it and he dribbled before he landed. Like he didn't even lift up again. You know what I'm saying? I can see it was a travel if you caught it and then jumped. Basically, he got possession of the ball again after he was on his way down. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get possession of the ball without touching the floor.
Right.
Because you can catch, it's the same rule with the gather. You can catch the ball wherever. It's about when you put your foot and your pivot down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That's why to me it was different. They didn't even review it. That's the only thing that bothered me. Because I felt like if you reviewed it, it'd have been like, all right, well, there's a conversation to have. Because even Doris Burke and Mike Green was saying something about it.
So here's the other thing, though. I just felt like we shouldn't have been in that position, but it's always like that. Like if they're
a better team,
determined,
They're a better team, though. So I mean,
yeah, you're right. So we expected the loss, and like I said right before in the last pregame, I was like, at least let it be close.
Right.
It was looking bad for a while. We were down like 22 or something like that. I don't know. We had 18 was like about the average where we were down.
Yeah.
And then we got within 5, 6. Then we got it down to 4. But like the Knicks, the reason why I really want them to make the playoffs is because,
which they will.
Like I said,
Which they will.
Which they will is because, like you look at RJ Barrett, like I said, there's early in the game, towards the end, he got his legs up under him, and he's shooting a little. It looked like he was like a little, I don't know what you call it, the butterflies.
Flustered.
Right, a little butterflies. A lot of them get careless with the rock. He got careless. Who else got careless with the rock? I just hate when they just go up dribble and you think the other team is just going to let you set up.
Yeah, it was a bad first quarter.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But even with those, like that stuff is the kind of things that's how you win the game. Sometimes it's not just you scoring and getting stops. It's just like you hustling and being smart.
Right.
I want them to be in the playoffs so they could see every game, everything, every play matters.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was Brick City. Frank with no points.
Yeah. In the last 3 or 4 minutes, we weren't hitting shots.
Right.
The only shot that I saw, what's his name? Bullock hit was a shot after a whistle was blown. When Randall had possession, so it was just like we could. It didn't have to come up to that last shot. And shout to the chat. What up, Chris? Thank you. But I feel like if we hit those shots, because we had second chance. Shots where we missed. They were staying outside on the arc, shooting threes, trying to get back in it. But I was like, that's not how y'all got back in the game. Y'all got back in the game by making plays, driving, and scoring in the paint. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you hit a couple threes to extend it, but that's not how you got back in the game. So I feel like they should have went back to what was working, and I think they relied on the three too much.
Yeah, it's between the starters alone. I think they were 29 for 30 for 62 from the field. That's a lot of misses, and to lose only by 5 points. And I tweeted that out during the game. I said, I think the rest of the league is watching this game, and they were. If you look online, Donovan Mitchell, Dame Lillard, guys were watching this game. You know what I'm saying? This was on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? That was a nationally televised game.
Yeah.
And what I continued to say was, I said, there's no way guys are watching this game and they're not saying, this is a Brooklyn Nets team that's going against the Knicks team. This game isn't over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This game isn't over. And if anything, it got better towards the end. You know what I'm saying? So and they have two whole stars on their team. You know what I'm saying? And KD didn't even play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But neither one of us.
We didn't have our guards.
We didn't have our guards. I mean, but not for nothing. If KD played, it wouldn't have mattered who we had on our team.
Yeah.
But we still were down 2 players.
Regardless. And we still were able to stay in the game with that team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it looked like it was over when we came back. Maybe they let their guard down, whatever. Because I'm sure they could turn it up. A lot of teams can. They could turn it up like the good teams. They could turn it up and leave you.
Which is why it was easy to get emotional.
I'm not going to put Reggie Bullock play some defense on what's his name the other night. You can't stop Harden.
Well, Reggie Bullock had a hell of a game.
Made him work.
He had a hell of a game. He had 19.6 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 5 for 10 from the 3-point line. If Reggie played like that once a week, we'd be fine with him. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you get these games once every 2-3 weeks is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm even trying to get him to do it once a week is bad.
But this is what I'm saying. I feel like he came in there, like you can see some of the guys, he came in there like, yo, I'm locking this dude down. Like, I want to see that intensity every night. Like, if he could do that, a lot of small forwards and shooting guards won't stand a chance. Yeah. But he plays good defense. That's why Thibodeau likes him.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like, he turned it up. He turned it up on what's name. I was really happy to see that kind of defense. But you still, the way they did those the alley-oops and the pick and rolls, they got that shit. He was doing those pocket passes.
Yeah.
Like nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like, you play that good defense on them, and it's just like, if Nerlens Noel ain't there, Ricky.
I lose that. I mean, I lose to those plays. Those were perfect. The defense was really good. It's just we lost to a better team, a more skilled player, a more skilled point guard. Like, I don't think anybody is gonna be like, oh, I can't believe y'all let Kyrie do that to you. Like, it was
Kyrie.
Understood.
But like Banksy said, like I love the passion that Randall had toward the end of the game, because he, like, what I think besides his level of play increased, his awareness of the game increased as well. Like there was a comment that RJ Barrett made the other night when he scored 30. Randall said, "Yo, you're a basket away from hitting 30. Go for it." Like, he was aware of that. It's not even his stats. He was aware of his players' stats, and he encouraged him to do that. So the fact that he was so passionate at the end of the game, he knew how close they were in the game. If he had made that 3-point shot, it would have went into overtime if they got it. So that's why I like the passion toward the end of the game. Not that I thought it would have been smart for him to get fined for attacking a ref after the game, but the fact that the game meant that much to him. Because he also said in a post-game interview that it doesn't matter how much you win or lose by, it all counts the same. So it's only a 1 in the win column or only a 1 in the loss column. So I like Randall right now in his mindset.
Yeah, I like the emotion. It showed that like I tweeted out earlier. I said it was less about Brooklyn and more about just protecting yours, you know what I'm saying, and representing for, you know what I'm saying, the Knicks organization, the right way, which is, what I mean, you're sticking up for us, and it was questionable to me that Tom Thibodeau wasn't upset with that last call and Julius was, and that says a lot.
Yeah, if you're more upset than Tom.
Yeah, then I don't think there was anything there. So I mean, it is what it is. as you see, the game has started again, and Emmanuel quickly has gotten his second start, which he did pretty good last night. Go ahead.
He did good. He did a pretty good job.
What was his numbers in the first quarter?
I was going to say that I don't think that Randall's anger was all on that one play. I felt like he was getting the short end of the stick on a lot of calls. I felt like that was like an overflowing. That was like a volcano of anger with all of the calls he was getting.
Yeah. And I also believe that that might have,
like Frank fouling out, like all of that stuff.
Right,
like,
and Frank, and I also felt like that has something to do with them. I don't like being a conspiracy theorist all the time, but every single time the guy touched Kyrie, it was a foul, bro.
But that last play where he the second to last call that he got where Kyrie stepped on his foot, they said he made a sweeping motion.
Yeah, that was bad.
Motion?
That was bad, man. This is and as long as we get adjusted to not having to rely on the refs every night and play the kind of game that we played last night, I'm fine with wherever we land. Quick question, including tonight, I think there's 32 games left. 32 games left. We're at 20 wins and 20 losses. Where do you think we end up? 32 games left.
I was afraid of that question.
Where do you think we end up?
I gotta take a look at the schedule.
I would say because it looks like we got a rough schedule right now, but I would say 50-50 the rest of the season.
50-50 would be
games,
what?
16. Yeah. But if we got a rough schedule, it could easily be 14 and 18.
We do have it right. 14 and 18. Actually, Jonathan Macri got asked that question earlier. That's kind of why I posted. 14 and 18 is something that he thinks is something attainable because of the difficulty of our schedule. I think we have the fourth or fifth most difficult schedule going forward. We've played up to competition. I don't think there's any games. I think there might be 3 games the entire season where we actually just laid down and let whatever happen.
We gotta want it. We gotta want it.
Yeah, which they have on almost every night. They've shown that they want it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that it's possible that they can finish 34 and 38. I'll take that. 34 and 38 is 13 more games than they thought we would have won anyway. So, you know what I mean? I'm
we already at. What did you say they said we were going to win? 21 the whole season?
21 and a half. 21 and a half.
Yeah,
say 12 and 15.
We could win tonight.
You saying 12 and 15?
Yeah, I looked at the schedule real quick. I think we could get at least 12. If we
wait, no, there's 30-something games left. It's like 32 games left.
30. I thought you said 37.
No, I think there's 32. We already played 40. So there's 32. Yeah, it's 32 games left.
Oh, so 12 and 10? No, 32. So we're thinking I'm missing a couple games. So I think we got at least 12 more games from the schedule that I saw.
You can win 12.
We can get a couple of upsets because we're good for a few.
Yeah.
So I think we're still good for at least 6th place.
Does that get us in the playoffs?
That's 12 and 20. That makes us 12 and 20 the rest of the way.
Well, if it stays that way, I'm saying we have at least 12.
Right. So, yeah. Right. All right. So that would put us at 32 and 40. 32 and 40. Which is pretty good. If this is an 82, and this is a shortened season, to win 32 games after only winning 20-something games last year, coming from where we were, in a shortened season and still win 32 games, that's huge. Because if we had 10 more games in a season, I guarantee, which is what we normally would have, 82 game season. If we had 10 more games in a season, I could see us winning 5 more games and probably finish 37 games. You know what I'm saying? So. That's a major improvement. That's why I continuously say that Tom Thibodeau is deserving of being in the conversation for being coach of the year. If he's not, then that's a snub. You know,
while the game is on, I would say, chat, put your numbers in there. What you think the Knicks will finish as? Right.
Yeah. Give us a good number or finishing. I can remember there's only 72 games in a season. We're already 20 games in. We're 20 and 20. So just drop your opinions on what you think it'll end up at the end of the season. Right now we're playing the Pistons. This is a pregame live.
Sixers, you mean?
Sixers.
What I say?
Said Pistons.
I say the Pistons.
Yeah.
We played them too much.
You was just playing. You was just playing.
Yeah. They go my man RJ. Pull up for 3. Oh. Listen, Dre was always talking about me and RJ, man. Listen, all I said is if this was Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan was holding RJ by the neck and was saying, "Is this your king?" I'd be like, "Yeah, put him down. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there. Put him down." Nah, but I'm only doing that to mess with Dre. He knows how it is, man. Come on, I love you, Jiggy. You know what I mean? RJ Barrett, your favorite player.
Like he was getting emotional in the text last night in the chat. I was like, "Yo, this dude said I'm gonna make a picture of you and RJ hugging. That's what I'm gonna do."
No, you can do that if you want. Do that if you want. I just listen. I want to hear both sides.
I hear what you're saying, but I was like, I'm getting on him when he do something stupid. That's all. Like, he do something good.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know the dude got.
But I also would like for you to hit like, yo.
I hate the excuse that he's only 20 though. I can't stand that.
But it's not an excuse. He's making mistakes. You also got to look at the fact that he didn't have a full rookie season. Last year was cut half short. Like, you know what I mean?
He got a lot of room to improve. He does.
Come on, man. Like,
but like I said, hey, next season, I think all these dudes are going to be better if they get into the playoff. I just need them to feel that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just the intensity of being in the playoffs at that age.
Yeah, they need to get in there. They need to feel that and be like, oh, they need the fans in the building in that environment. So that's what I'm saying. I can't wait for them because that's what these dudes need. If he's still playing like that, he better come back with a jump shot that's consistent. Consistency. That's it.
Consistency. And he's been doing a little bit of things. The only thing that I was concerned with RJ is I wanted to see him add the mid-range in because that's something that he just needs to do if he wants to open up his game. The 3-point shot, the open 3 is always going to be there. And quickly just missed a free throw. Wow. All right. We're gonna have to get out of here. It's too emotional.
All right, cool.
Yo, we're gonna have to get out of here. Listen, thank y'all for joining us on God on Knicks podcast /show whatever it is today. Yes,
Banksy. Who else we got? Janice Weep. Yo, what up? Banksy. Agreed. That's my man. Who's Banksy?
Chat. Appreciate y'all. If you're watching this, remember, hit the bell, like, subscribe, and we see y'all next time, man. Enjoy the game.
100%. Word.
All right.